AI coding agents are powerful, but they have one big problem. They forgot everything. Every new chat means starting from zero. But what if your AI could actually remember your entire project forever? In this video, I'm going to show you a platform that gives your AI persistent memory so it remembers your code, your decisions, and your architecture across every single conversation. And this video is particularly about how you can set up your ContextForge MCP server to your IDE and give it a real AI memory. So let's get started. Before we dive in, this is ContextForge website, and as you can see here, it comes with a lot of powerful feature that we are going to explore later in this video. Talking about the pricing, they also have a free plan where you can create one project, 3 spaces, and up to 200 knowledge items. Then they have a pro plan for $9. Then we have a premium plan for $29 with more advanced feature. So yeah, you can get started for completely free. So let's get started and see how we can create our account. So first of all, you need to click on get started button, then you can click on continue with Google and you have to create your account. It's super simple. Just select your Google account and just click on the sign in button here and you will be inside your dashboard in a few seconds, just like you can see on the screen right now. Now you can see once you land on the dashboard, you will see ContextForge gives you a simple step-by-step process, basically 3 or 4 steps to get started. So first of all, we need to create a project. Just click on create new project button and give it a name. For example, I will call it like my app, and just like that your project is created after clicking on create button. Now the next step is creating a space. Space are like containers where your knowledge will be stored. So just click on the space button here. First of all, just go to the overview and now click on go to spaces. Now you need to create a new space. Just click on this create new space button and now you need to select your project and give it a name. First of all, you can see I selected my previous project that I just created my app after clicking on this create new space button. And now you have to give it a name, like you can give it a name front end or any name you want. Then we have a description option also that you can give it. So let me just give it a name like a front end, then we will click on just create button. Now once you click on create button, your space will be ready. Inside spaces, you can click like you can add like knowledge items, import existing data, manage your stored context, and even run tasks directly. So this is basically where your AI memory lives. Now that we have set up the basic, let's move to the most important part, connecting ContextForge to your IDE using the MCP server. You can also complete like all of these 4 processes, but before that, as I said before, this video is particularly about how you can connect your MCP server to your IDE. So let me just show you. Just click on the quick install and you have to create a new API key. Just click on create new API key button and here you need to give your API key a name. Then you need to just click on create new API key button, and just like that your API key is generated. Make sure to copy it because you will need it in setup too. So if you want detailed guide, you can just click on the setup guide. It will walk you through the everything like from installation to configurations, and you can also leave that. I will also leave that like guide link in the description box below. You can install the ContextForge in your preferred IDE, whether that's Cursor versus Claude Code or any other tool that supports MCP. You basically have 2 options. One is one click install, which is recommended one. If you are using like Cursor like me or like you are using Claude Code, you can just click on this button, like I will just click on the install in Cursor and your cursor will be open and you can install it. You also have a complete mcp.json file that you can copy it and paste it into your IDE too. So as you can see here, if you go to the like MCP section here, you can click on add custom MCP and paste the code that ContextForge gives you, and you can just use it directly from here, or you can just click on install in Cursor button right here, so it will directly open that configuration page. Let me show you how you can do that too. Now I will just click on this install in Cursor button as you can see here, and now I will click on open Cursor and it opens the complete installation page. All you have to do is just click on the install button and your MCP will be installed inside the Cursor. And now you can see here, that's all you need to do here, and it's installed right now. And now you can start using it too. You can also test the connection. Just click on the next step and you have like a sample prompt here. Remember that we are using REST API for this project, and something like this will store the information as memory. Now if you want to test it immediately, it might not respond perfectly because there's no previous context yet. But if you still want to test it right away, you can simply go back to your IDE, any IDE you used. In my case, I'm using Cursor. So let me just quickly open Cursor and show you how this works. As you can see, I have already installed ContextForge MCP inside my Cursor. So what I will do is I will open a new window from here so I can show you. So I will just go to file and click on new window, and now I will open the prompt box so I can paste the sample prompt like they provide, and I just sent it here. Now I mentioned earlier it won't give any meaningful results immediately because we have not stored any memory yet. We just installed the MCP. ContextForge starts working after you actually begin using it in real conversations. So whatever you do from this point forward, your AI will start remembering that. Now, apart from this, ContextForge also has a lot of other features you can explore. You have spaces to organize your knowledge, snapshots to save your memory states, tasks to manage your workflows, and team collaboration if you are on a paid plan, API key management, and storage tracking for your uses. So it's not just memory, it's like a complete system to manage your AI context. So yeah, that's how you can set up ContextForge MCP in your IDE and start giving your AI real memory. This video was mainly focused on the setup part. Once you start using it, you will see how powerful this tool actually is. If you have any questions, drop them in comment. I will happy to help you out. That's all for today's video. I will meet you in the next one.